footwork. Personally, I like to have my small ball, and I like to have that like right between my ankles, and it just turns on and really fires up the pelvic floor, the core, the glutes, the inner line of the legs, and it helps me work my feet a little bit more. So I'm going to stand tall, let my shoulders kind of glide down my back, and then just take a big, huge breath in, inhaling deeply, and then exhaling, the energy comes down. And do that one more time. Huge breath. Exhale. Settle. Good. The breathing helps us become present so we can focus. And from here, it's all footwork. So we're going to lift the heels and lower the heels. And lift and lower. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now let's add on. We're going to lift. Bend the knees. Heels sink to the floor, and we stand tall and squeeze the ball. Lift, bend the knees, heels sink to the ground, and we stand tall, squeezing the ball. Again, lift, bend, heels, tall, and lift, bend, heels, tall. Now keep going, and can you kind of make this a smooth sort of circular action, so that there's no stopping place. It's just your feet are lifting, your knees are bending, you're keeping your balance, and everything's good. And we lift, bend, heels drop, stand tall once more. Lift, bend, heels drop, squeeze the ball as you stand tall, and we reverse it. We bend, heels lift, all the way to releve, and then slowly down. Bend the knees, lift those heels. Keep the heels lifted as you lift up to your releve, and then lower down. Bend the knees, heels come off the ground. Keep the heels off as you lift up, and then slowly plant the feet solid. Bend, lift, up, heels down. Bend, lift, heels up, down. Bend, lift, up, and down. Last two. Bend, lift, up, and down. And last one. Okay, good work. Let's release the feet. Becoming just more aware of your feet, kind of noticing, oh yeah, my feet are a little bit alive. Can you spread your toes as wide as possible? And then can you make little fists with your feet? It's a little hard standing, but we can do it. And do it one more time. Really spread your toes out as far as you possibly can. Get space, as if you have spacers in between the toes. And then fists with the feet. And then plant the feet down as if they're super aware, alive feet. And we're going to move into a little basic balancing. So for the basic balance number 101, we're going to lift one foot off the ground. Notice how my weight shifts a little bit side to side. Your weight is going to shift just a little bit side to side. Picking one foot up, set it down. One foot up, set it down. I like to use my arms, it just feels natural. You could just stand there and lift up one leg. Oh, that's harder. Try it without the arms, and then try it with the arms. The arms are make it easier. Makes it more natural. Yeah. And then as you're doing this, it's just super easy, right? 1 second standing on one leg. You're going to add a little bit of flexion of the spine. So when you add the flexion, you reach forward as if you're going to hug your knee, standing tall. Reach forward, hug the knee. Adding the spinal movement makes it a little tiny bit more challenging. Good. Good, now this time pick up one side. stand tall, and as you stand tall, let your arms come down and your legs shoot behind you. So you're standing tall, your leg is behind you, and you want to hinge your whole body a tiny bit forward. Arms can come a little bit back just to kind of mimic the foot. And then from here, the foot is going to lift and lift and lift and lift. Good for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can, the arms come to the sides. You slowly come lower, 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 lower. See if you could have a parallel position to the floor. And then the final piece could be arms sweep forward, reaching fingers away from toes. Breathe and hold. And if you come out of it, fine, find it again. Good work. Slowly coming out of that. Woohoo! And how did you do? To me, that's a little bit of work. Let's try the other side. So let's do a couple of the singles. We just want to contract and open. Contract and open. Good. You should be on the other side now. So you contract. And now the arms come down and the leg goes behind. And you want to hinge forward, trying to be, in one long line. Leg goes up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then if you can, you come down, arms to the sides. Good, and then arms come to a parallel, a forward position. Everything, if possible, is parallel to the ground. Ah, yeah, good. And then hold that, hold that, hold that. Keep holding it, keep holding it, keep holding it and breathing. Woo, if you come out of it, find it again. And then gently coming back to your standing position. Ah, that was great. I want you to have a comfortable foot position. Stand with your body weight easy. Do a couple of shoulder rolls. Good. And then Judy, when I come back from my long bike rides, I like to do the opposite of what I'm doing on my bike. So when I'm on my bike, I'm a little bit hunched over like this. And when I come back, I need to open up my chest so my eyes look up and my elbows go back. And this is just like a natural stretch in the opposite way of when we're on our bikes. So notice if that kind of feels good. Any sort of back bending is really helpful after a bike ride. Yes, yes, okay, perfect. Full on roll down, we're gonna do 3. So get as tall as you possibly can, come forward in space and make these your own roll downs. You can listen to my counting or you can do them your own way. Take a breath in and then exhale, roll up. 2 more in your own way, making it about your whole body today. Ah. Remember to let go of your head when you're hanging. And use your spine and your abdominal muscles to lift you up. Good, once more. Okay, now we are standing upright. We're going to spend a little time opening up the sides of the body today. I want you to clasp the hands above the head and really squeeze, whatever that means to you. And then you want to tighten through your glutes. So can you squeeze your butt just a little bit? And then we're going to just start side to side. And as long as you're breathing, it's perfect. Inhaling and exhaling, maybe just through the nose. Good, now let one arm come down and then the other arm come down. One arm comes down and the other arm comes down. You're still side bending. You're opening in a slightly different way. Ah, good work. And then bend the elbow. So the top elbow is bending, and it's as if you are hooking yourself by your elbow to your ceiling. You're creating space. And do that a bunch of times. Good, and then look a little bit up towards your elbow, the one that's being lifted up to the ceiling, and create a little bit more space in the shoulder joint as we open up the side body. Good work. Okay, and then lastly, hands come behind the head, clasped or just kind of holding on, whatever feels good. And we're going to take it a little faster. And when we go faster, I like to make a better base of support for myself. So I'm bringing my feet to a V shape, and I'm squeezing my inner thighs and glutes here. And then that allows me to take it a little faster as I go side to side, and I'm pushing my head backwards because otherwise there's a tendency to hinge forward. We don't want to do that. We want to be looking slightly upwards, side and side and side and side. Keep going, side and side and side and side. Keep going, side, side, side and side. Good. Keep going, 10 more, 9 more, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and release the arms. Clasp the hands behind you. Slowly come forward in space. Let your arms come as far forward as possible and let your head hang. Reach your arms away from your shoulders. Good. Maybe touch your palms together if that's a thing for you. And then as you come up, slowly come up to standing. Option to add a little rotation. Tiny little rotation if you need a little more release through those upper trapezius muscles as you come on up to standing. Good. And then take a minute to stand and breathe and notice the effects of our warm-up. Yeah. Okay, we're going to come down to the mat and do some abdominal work.